Elections are over. We got a new commander-in-chief coming in. And
January
first,
20th, right? That's what the inauguration day is. January 20th.
yeah, 2021. But we got a new commander-in-chief coming in, and we got the first ever black female vice president or vice president in our country's
No,
history.
she got a lot of titles. She's the first African American woman president. Then you also got to bring in her Jamaican descent, and I think they said Asian Caribbean. Is it? I want to say another thing too is like first Asian Caribbean woman, first HBCU alum that's a VP.
Yeah, for
Ooh,
sure.
yo,
For sure.
first Greek a letter organization to actually hit vice mean the presidency or actually be like inducted into. I was like, yo,
All that.
she's in all those. So that's what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just saying of like general, she's just the first black, and whether it's Caribbean or whatever we're talking about, like she is holding that spot down in the vice president's office soon to be. But that's a special thing, man. The country got to take a sigh, like a collective deep breath, and just like exhale finally. We still had a lot of people vote for Trump. We still don't know exactly what's going to happen in the coming days and weeks leading into this change of power. But at least we got this step done. And so the country should clap themselves on the back or give themselves a pat on the back for doing the right thing and getting a person out of office that just wasn't fit to be there. And so good job, country. Good job, black community, because we were the driving force in getting this done, and that's clear as day and obvious. And so proud of the black community, proud of America right now for doing something. Now we're gonna see what happens next. We're gonna see what Joe Biden can do. We're gonna see if Trump goes out peacefully. It's a lot of things left to see, but we got to step down though. What you thinking about it?
No, so pretty much I like to go ahead and I like to use this moment as an educational setting because like I feel like I'm pretty sure the people that listen in here are well educated people, and I'm not even gonna front on y'all. But at the same time, if you need talking points to your friends, aka any people that you associate with that may be a Trump supporter who are again annoyed about this process, let me school you on some things. So pretty much we have a democratic process called elections where individual people go there and cast the votes. Now, if you think about it, you could cast your vote in any kind of way in America. So one, they have absentee votes, they have, in-person voting, they had car, they had handicap voting. Like they also have voting for our people that's overseas that's fighting the wars and all that stuff. And guess what? Oh, how they get them? They in. So pretty much when you are seeing on election night, people are tallying up those votes and getting all those votes in. That is one way of understanding, okay, this is how the vote process works. The votes come in and, oh my God, it's leaning more red. Trump is definitely going to win. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you see all that quick transition to blue. The reason why, because people that mail votes using the United States Postal Service is not going to get them immediately. And it's a whole process. Every state has different voting laws where pretty much you have to either they can start voting, the count process afterwards, or they have to wait. And there's a long, thorough process. Nobody is trying to cheat. It's a democratic process that's been there. You could also get a poll watcher in there where they could look and see if anything's going to happen. Now, with all that being said, that's how Biden pretty much won. Because he was had a strategy. Is like, yo, I want y'all to go vote, but he was encouraging people to go in and vote, you know, because everybody was worried about the pandemic. Go ahead, vote by mail. Do this, do that. We just trying to get a lot of people in. And, you know, a lot of people are going to show up because we wanted Trump out. And pretty much you got a big ass insurgent of people who doing mail-in ballots. And Trump is like, yo, I want y'all to come out on election day or pretty much beforehand and make sure y'all vote. He was so opposed to it, and the fact that he bit his own stuff in the ass, and when all the other stuff came in. Now on election day, my man's over here trying to declare that he was the winner. That was fake news, and now all of a sudden, Biden came in and gave a speech and brought out Miss Kamala, and they was looking beautiful. I was so happy just seeing them. It was like that sigh of relief. Everybody was happy. Everybody was like having parties in the streets. And, you know, pretty much we saw the shade in the Twitter room. Them Twitter fingers was going in, like him and Don Jr. And I can't stand his ass for anything, but that's another story.
Who?
But I'm happy about the whole situation. I'm glad for it. And like everybody, I know this is like a side relief. Everybody's going in. We still looking at some of the Senate seats. Some of the Senate seats are still not filled. They got to do a couple runoffs. Hopefully, it'll be leaning more towards blue. If that happens, then we will have literally the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the president be majority blue. And then you'll see epic proportions happen this year with a lot of laws and stuff getting enacted. And then actually, you know, people progressively doing something good.
They hated Obama so much that they pretty much gave up power in just in all in the Senate and the presidency. Like they gave all that up because Trump was an offshoot of the hate for Obama and shit like that, and the way things were going, and it completely backfired on him. And he was such a just a explosive figure that everybody was like, nah, we can't even do this shit no more. Like, y'all back this shit for far too long. We gonna swing and go completely the other way and give them the power and see what they can do with it. So the ball is in your course, Democrats.
And that's why it came with epic proportions. Like people came out and voted. Like everybody's like, yo, Obama
The records out there, man.
Obama had the record, and then pretty much what happened, Biden took that record and surpassed it with 74 million. Now Trump 71, and you know he's over here is like, yo, I had the most most votes for a sitting president, and I'm like, yeah, but you still can't be second best because pretty much the person that's coming in is already beat your ass. It's just
he always like to give those alternative facts, man. Like in trying to make himself look good and all.
And a lot of people don't understand too. It's like also looking into electoral votes. So here's the thing: there might be some instances, and there are been people in the past, mainly Hillary Clinton and also George Bush. They won pretty much during those time.
No, Gore did.
Yeah, Gore. It was like they won the popular vote. A lot of people voted for him, but
and lost the electoral.
Still lost the electoral.
It don't make sense in a lot of ways. Like the electoral vote does not make sense and it's well outdated. But it is what it is. Like you got to have the electoral vote to become president. Like the popular vote, it really don't mean all that much. And even though it should, but the electoral vote is so fucking stupid, man. It's like states that shouldn't even have so many electoral votes to get them, and they don't even represent like I don't know the right amount of people to have those votes. And so it's just a weird system. The whole system needs to be like. I was thinking about that shit the other day, like the people that made the Declaration of Independence and all this shit that we got now, and we always going to the Supreme Court to try and overturn shit and things. Like that shit was not built for 2020 or 2021 or this
Yeah, right.
century, like at all. And it's obvious for the people that was in the room that were making it. They didn't care about women. They didn't care about people of color. This was about white men that own land, landowners. That's all. These are for those people. And it just doesn't fit in this time anymore. So the whole system needs to be really looked at and overhauled. I know that's easier said than done by any stretch of the imagination, but it needs to be done because this shit is just all outdated, man. And it's played
Bro,
out.